for women. This is chapter 3 and we had completed till verse 23. So today we are going to do from verse 24 onwards, but just to give a small recap of what we did last time. Krishna says that the law which is there of action is for everything in this world, for everybody. He says, even I cannot be spared. That means if I have to do certain actions, I have to do those actions. There is no, special favors or anything like that here, or just because I am God Almighty doesn't mean that I cannot do. So as a normal human being having a normal human body, because I am under the laws of Prakriti, Prakriti is Mother Nature, I have to do those actions and the jobs which are necessity at that point in time. So I cannot say that I am exempt from it. So he says, I will have to continue to do these actions, come whatever may. So this body will also have death. It is born, it will die, it will go through all its usual problems that are associated with the body. So this is how the whole thing works. All right. So we had ended at verse 23. So today we are going to start from verse 24 onwards. We are doing Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse 24. If I ever cease to act, these worlds would perish. Nay, I should prove to be the cause of confusion and of the destruction of these people. So Sri Krishna himself is acknowledging that every action that is supposed to be done by everybody, they have to do, no doubt about it, but I am not exempt from action. I also have to perform all actions. See, when actions are there, they need to be performed. Just think about it. Today, the sun cannot take a holiday. Please understand, the sun cannot take a holiday. The earth can't say, I'm going to stop for 1 minute and I'm going to take a break of 1 minute. Can the earth do that? No. Similarly, human beings should not take this break. As Sri Krishna myself, I am not allowed to take any break. And if I were to take a break, let us say even for a moment in time, that itself can be very detrimental to this whole universe. I cannot say I am going to freeze frame myself for 1 minute. No. All actions have to be performed. All actions should be done. And if I were to not do, suppose, then the whole world will get confused. See, let us say if there are certain actions to be done by Sri Krishna himself. Remember, he has one mother and another foster mother. Now, as a son, was he performing actions which were necessary for both the mothers? That means, as a son, he has to perform the actions as a son, correct? Now he had wives, many of them. Can you say that he has to perform action only with one wife? No. There can be a terrible problem if he is supposed to do that. There are wives, this is how it is meant. But as you know, spiritual meanings are different, so we will tackle the spiritual meanings otherwise. But in these actions are necessity. Even he had children. Can he say that I don't want to have children? Can he say those words? No. He had children. There were grandchildren as well. There were actions which were necessary at that point in time he had to perform. Can he say, I will just sit in my castle and I will let my Sudarshan Chakra do the job? Did he do that? No, he went out into the battlefield and fought the wars also. And when there were certain actions that needed to be done by someone else, he took a back seat, but he was there in that place. Do you remember the action which his wife was supposed to take? Satyabhama. There is a backstory where she was supposed to kill her own son. And Sri Krishna goes for war over there. And when he goes to war, he feigns that he is hurt. And his wife is driving the chariot. And she gets very upset that somebody hit my husband. So she takes the bow and arrow and she shoots that demon. Okay? And the demon dies. The real story is this was done with an intent. But did Sri Krishna not perform the actions? Yes. So today in life there will be a lot of things which you may have to do, which may sound bad to your ears, may not be acceptable by the society. But if those actions are necessary, you have to perform them come what may. So this is the meaning of this verse. So he says, I will prove to be the cause of confusion in the world and destruction of these people. There can be a lot of confusion in this world and the world can destruct just because I do not do my actions. Alright? Now, the next 3 verses are going to be very, very important lesson. Please listen to it carefully because these verses have tremendous amount of meaning. Alright, so now let us do verse 25. So we are doing Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter 3 verse 25. Arjuna, as the unwise act with attachment, so should the wise man with a view to maintain the world order act without attachment. See, in the material world, human beings are attached to people, places and things, right? So the mother is attached to the daughter. The father may be attached to, his children. The children are attached to their mother. Everybody is attached in the world. We are attached to things also. What are the things? It could be a petty thing also. It could be just some food. We can be attached to a food. Oh, I want to eat this food. Right? Sometimes you can be attached to even complex things in life. Maybe properties. Maybe some other very big things. Like a person may get attached to the seat that he is in, a political seat. Somebody can get attached to a country. Somebody can get attached to his own body. So anything can be there. And a petty thing. A diamond ring. A simple pen, paper or something like that. This is my pen. We say these words, isn't it? You have seen that we are so much attached to our objects around us, people around us, things around us. Now, the material worldly person, so people who do not have any knowledge of spiritual, those who have zero knowledge about what we are being taught over here. Just now, you are learning Bhagavad Gita. Okay? From your perspective. From a woman's perspective. Now, there are people in this world who are not listening to it. There are women who are not listening to it. Plus, there will be a lot of people in this world who will have no knowledge on spiritual. How are they going to get their work done? Any action that they do, they will do it with attachment. She is my daughter. That is my son. That is my house. That is my husband. Can you understand these things are there? So you perform those actions out of attachment. Let us say your husband is there and your husband is sitting for drinking liquor, or he is going to do some action. As a wife, do you think it is your duty as a wife to get a bottle for him and serve him? Do you think that is how you have to do? Would you like your husband to fall into sin? But you are attached to him. You can see your son might have gone and robbed somebody else in school. And then when the son comes back home, and you poo-poo it and say, oh, it's okay, it's nothing. Can you say it is nothing? 28 people died in Kashmir. There were some idiotic women from Mumbai who landed up in Kashmir the next day. And they said it is a minor issue. 28 people died. Do you think it is a minor issue? They are attached to their body. They are attached to their travel. They are attached to their enjoyment. They wanted to go to Pahalgam and enjoy. So they went to Pahalgam and enjoyed. They said, oh, you know this great hotel, they gave us a good thing and people around here are so nice. But 28 people died over there. Think like this, 9/11 has happened, the two buildings have collapsed, and somebody says the next day, let us go and have picnic in 9/11 buildings. How does that sound to your ears? Do you understand this thing? Can a person do that? So then how can you allow your husband to drink in front of you and the children? Isn't it your duty to stop this idiot? So it is your duty, but you are attached to husband. I have been told to be a pativrata stri. That is not correct. If your husband is doing something bad, you need to stop him from doing bad. Otherwise, if you allow wrong things to happen, it is called attachment. Why do you allow things to go wrong? Why do you think that that can be done? Because he is my son, so even if he robs somebody in school, oh, it's a small thing, it's not a big thing. Can you say these words? No. If you have to slap your child or if you have to give him a beating, why are you not giving it? Oh, the law says I cannot beat my child. Who said that? Does an Indian have that law? Please understand one thing. If somebody is doing something wrong, if there was a Mexican doing something wrong in United States, he's killing 4 women and 2 men or something like that, are they going to say, oh, I want to take you into custody, I will not use my weapon? Will the police do that? No. They have to perform actions. They cannot say, no, we cannot do this kind of a thing. This is not a done thing. That means you are doing it with attachment. You are attached to the law of the land. You are attached to wrong things. The whole world is against, the kind of drugs that are being given. People are taking drugs like nobody's business. Psychiatric drugs. Oh, I cannot get sleep, so I will take drugs. I have this, ADHD, ABCD, all these kind of things. I have to continue to take drugs. Go and listen to R.F. Kennedy. Robert Kennedy is there. Go listen to what he is saying. All that thing is fake. Don't fall for it. You are making that other person into a vegetable. Can you understand this? Those extra drugs that a person is taking every single day of life is dependent on those drugs. In India, we have not even heard of it. Can you imagine that? Do you think Chinese people do that? Do you think Indians do that? Do you think the whole of Middle East does that? It is only advanced nations which are doing those kind of things, and they have created a subject matter. Oh, this person is psychologically like that person is Boss, the kind of wrong drugs that are being pumped inside a human being is wrong. Now ask yourself this question. Do you think that is right? If you were in India, would you do that? Sorry. Only if you are an idiot par excellence will you go and continue with those things. Please remember this. There is a system in India. We have the best doctors in the world. Can anybody deny this? You see, in India produces the highest number of doctors. In UK, in USA, go to any hospital anywhere. Have you seen it is the Indian doctors over there? Tell that doctor, give those drugs to your son when he is in India. Do you think that man will do that? The doctor himself will say, no, I don't want to give it to my son. Please remember this. When it comes to that, they will shy away from the responsibility itself. But because it is other country, other people, they are used to drugs like that, let us give them. There is so much of a furor over the, colors that are used in chocolates and other things. Do you give your children M&M? Do you know how dreadful those colors that are there? Go Google and see for yourself. Those are crude oil based colors. They are so dangerous to you and your children. Tomorrow your child can have cancer just because of an idiot like you is giving those kind of chocolates and things like that and giving them colored foods. You are giving them cereals which are colored, technicolored. Has it ever entered your brain that you are not supposed to give those kind of colors? The whole of US today is banning those colors. Do you know that? And you have been pumping these colors into your children for years. What good have you done to them? On the contrary, as a mother, you have put them on a deathbed. Do you understand what I am talking? Do you want your children to die and have all kinds of dreadful diseases in the future? So kindly don't give these kind of things. Don't introduce them to subjects which are not even there. What is this? Think on those terms. The whole of US today is banning those colors. But some companies are refusing to bow down. Those are petroleum colors. You see, they are made from the crude oils. They are made from that. You want them to consume that. Plus bottled water. One plastic bottled water contains so many micrograms of plastic in it. Do you want your children to have bottled water? You'll go to the mall, bring one crate of bottled water and, we are only drinking pure water. Go and Google this information. In one bottle of water which is lying in the shelf for 15 days or 5 days or 10 days, how many crystals are there, are there of plastic in it? You want your children to have plastic in your brain? Why are you giving them plastic water bottles? And again, we are giving them food so that they can go to school and eat food from plastic containers. What is this plastic containers? That much amount of plastic is going. So now think about it. If you are an unwise person, you will do this. So, an unwise person does it with attachment. Now, I want you to understand, if you are in the world of spiritual, you have to do the same action with detachment. Do you understand this? Not only for your own children, but for others as well. Their parents may not have the knowledge which you are having today. Got the point or no? So when they come to your house, don't give them in plastic containers. Don't give them these colorful chocolates and biscuits and all this kind, what do you call them? Cookies and all that kind of thing. Please don't give them that. Somebody was telling me that, oh, I only drink this particular juice. Yesterday only somebody was talking about it. And I told them, really? Have you even seen the composition of that thing? It is 80% sugar. Why are you drinking it? Stop this. Don't get into these kind of things. So, you have to learn to behave in a manner not only for others but for yourself and everybody around you. Stop these kind of things in your house. So then anybody who comes to you, you are not giving them poison. Do you understand this commonsensical thing? So, Arjuna, as the unwise act with attachment, so should the wise man, with a view to maintain the world order, act without attachment. Now here I am going to give you one example. Now there are lots of times when we are compelled to do some actions, we are forced to do some actions because the person in front is an idiot, is an unwise person, has no knowledge. That person feels that if you don't give me this in this manner, then you are doing injustice to me. But as a wise person, what is your job? Now, if there is an idiot in front of you, what do you do? Think. I want you to think very carefully. An example for you. If there is a person in front of you who is insisting, I have to go for a rave party. You know what a rave parties are, no? If you don't know, go Google it and see. RAVE. Where young children in the age group of 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, these kind of youngsters are there. They do all the wrong things in the world. From taking drugs and doing all kinds of things. Now you may have a daughter who is 16 years old. And she comes to you. And she says to you, Mom, I want to go for this party with my friends. You know, this one, that one, that one, that one, that one, all these girls are also going. You may be a smart woman. You know what happens in the rave parties. All kinds of drugs are given, things are given, everybody is boozing over there. They are all dressed half naked. All kinds of nonsensical activities are going on. I want you to ask yourself, will you want to send your daughter over there? But she's insisting, I have to go. What do you do? Now this is a very, very important question. Most of the mothers, they will say, okay, you go, but you come back at this hour and don't do anything wrong. This is how they will talk. I saw one of my disciples, her daughter is sitting with glasses of liquor. She is doing everything which the person is not supposed to do. Her clothes, she is half naked. And I am not joking. If I have to show you these pictures, you will feel ashamed of yourself. But this is my disciple whose daughter is doing this. How does that sound to you? Do you think this person has no idea about this verse? has perfect idea about this verse because she teaches this verse to her disciples. And yet when is a question of applying that law to her own daughter, she is not doing it. Now I will tell you why she is not doing it. It is important for you to know. A wise man established in the self should not unsettle the minds of the ignorant attached to action, but should get them to perform all their duties, duly performing his own duty. Now tell me something. Is she doing the right thing or no? She is a perfect person who is established in the self, let us say. But there is a person in front of this person who is an ignorant person. So as a mother, what is her duty? You know, the funniest part of it all is, she tells her daughter, don't go. She will say these words, don't do these kind of things, these are not good. No, I am my father's daughter. I know what my limitations are. And I can take care of myself. Have you heard young women talk like this? You see, if you have a daughter, she is going to talk like this one day. But I guess most of you have sons, but those who are listening in, they may have daughters. Their daughters are definitely going to bite back at them and say, I know what is there. You don't have to teach me. I am an elder person. I am already grown up. I am 18 years old. You don't teach me things. A person talks like this, says that I know my law in this country. You cannot force me to do this. What are you going to do at this point in time? So even if you are established in the self, you will have to allow this person to commit those errors. You have to allow that person to fall flat on their nose. Do you get what I am saying? Because they are ignorant. They are forcing your hand. They are telling you they have to do this. If you don't do this, I will run away from the house. I will do this. I will do. They can say anything they feel like. Allow them to fall. Let them fall flat on their face. Does not matter. See the verse again. A wise man, established in the self, should not unsettle the minds of the ignorant who are attached to the action. They are attached to the action, but should get them to perform all their duties. The rest of the duties that are there, you have to try to make them perform their duties. But we cannot unsettle their mind. They want to go to hell, that's their choice. Remember, you are not in any way related to them. It is the body. You are the soul. So how do you think you are related to them? If you understand the truth that I am not concerned with this because I am the super soul, I am the soul, I am the spirit soul, then why are you bothered about it? You should never unsettle their minds. Here there is another example which I will give you. I told one person, don't buy a house. I was very clear in saying these words. Don't buy a house just now. There can be lot of problems. When the time is right, I will tell you what to do. This person never listened to me. The wife went and bought a house. And very easily, the wife will say, oh, my husband was also involved in it. That is called attachment. Correct? You got the word attachment? The person, the man, is a spiritual person. So can I say that the person has spiritual knowledge little bit? And he was given instructions by his guru not to get into these kind of things? But his wife, who is not at all into spiritual, is into religion, is into all kinds of nonsensical stuff which she doesn't have any brains about. If she is doing those actions, she is forcing it on him that no, I want to buy. Because I am bothered about my future, my children's future, my future, how will I get all these kind of things she puts on top of his head when goes and buys. Now tell me something. If you are there as a guru, what is your job? Are you supposed to unsettle the mind of that person? If that person has already performed the action, I cannot stop that person to not perform the action. Let them perform, because it is their karma. I am not going to get involved in their karma any which way. Their karma is their problem, not mine. So what has to happen to this person is anyway going to happen, whether I am there or not there. I hope you get the point. So we should never interfere in those idiotic people around us. If there is an ignorant person in front of us and that person is insisting, I want to smoke, I want to drink, I want to buy a house, I want to buy a car, I want to go to the gutters, you can only say to them, don't do that. But if they want to go and do it, it is none of your business. Let them go to hell. Why are you bothered about it? You stay detached. You perform your action. What is the action which you are supposed to perform? Giving them the advice, don't do it. Isn't it? You can just say the words, please don't do this action. But they are insisting on doing the actions. That is their funeral. It is nothing to do with you. Got it? What is going to happen is a destiny. Destiny, do you understand? Destiny? Tomorrow there can be so many karmic loops because of this action. This person is called Rajasic person. The Rajasic person has performed actions which are going to lead them to karma, which are going to lead them to rebirths after rebirths after rebirths after rebirths. They will never find a guru in their life. They can go and pray to whichever God they feel like. No God can grant them freedom. Do you understand these words? Which God can go against a guru? Tell me something. Even Sri Krishna will not go. When Durvasa Muni came and he cursed the entire race, did he go against him? No, he will not. Similar fashion, no God can go against the Guru's words, because if they have said certain words, those words come true. Now, this person is now constantly going to be in the loop of rebirths after rebirths after rebirths. Which God on this planet, universe, and this whole universe can save them? Do you think they can be saved? No way. And their ego is going to come in the way every time. So I hope you understand them. And I hope you understand this very clearly. If you refuse to do certain things which can lead you to karma, there is going to be a big hell for you. Now see the next verse, 27. In fact, all actions are being performed by the modes of Prakriti. The fool whose mind is deluded by egoism thinks I am the doer. So this person says, I am the one who is doing this job. No, why are you bothered? I am drinking. Why are you bothered? I am going and doing drugs. Why are you bothered? I am buying the house. I want the house. I want this. I want that. They are saying the I word constantly. It is their action which they are doing. But do you think they are doing the action? In fact, all actions are performed by the modes of material nature, primordial nature. They will be forced to do those actions because they are bound by destiny. Do you understand what destiny is? It is destined in their life that they are supposed to do those actions. As a spiritual person, you can try to save them. Try. If they don't listen, what can I do about it? Or what can you do about it? All actions are driven by Prakriti. Did you get it or no? They will anyway perform the action. What does it mean? If it is written in their Kundali, in the Kundali means what? In their destiny. We say, no, ye destiny hai, hamari naseeb. We say, hamara naseeb means my destiny. If it is written in their destiny, is it under the normal law? Yes. It is under the primordial nature. It is the nature of the universe to follow the law. Correct? So these people are following what the nature has already programmed in them. Their whole destiny was programmed. Remember, when you were a child, your kundali was drawn by somebody. So everything is written in that. They say, they will look at the kundali and they will say, Acha, iska bhavishya, this person will have a very good future. He has a Raj Yog. This person is going to have money. This person is going to get married at this date. This person will have diseases. Is it written in the kundali or no? That means your charts are already drawn then. It is under the primordial nature. So anybody who is born will have to die. It is written over there. Do you understand? Who is that? See, we have to know who the person is joining, because this person called Sri has been doing this since a long time. Okay? Alright, so now let us come back to this. It is written in your nature that you are supposed to do these actions. Are you bound by those actions or no? Is the nature bound by the actions? Yes. So if everything is bound by their actions, who are you to interfere in them? So you should not. And if the person feels, I am doing it, isn't that person an idiot? That person is an idiot. He is doing those actions. You can't do anything about this kind of a person. I hope you get this point very clear. We cannot say that this person can do and can't do. Let that person do what that person wants to do it. And that is the reason why that person will get deluded by egoism. So this person says, I bought the house, I have to look after my children, I have to take care of my future, I have to bother about my retirement, I have to bother about my family. If I am not going to be bothered, who is going to be bothered? Did the I come 100 times over here? Well, you can't even say you are going to be alive tomorrow. Your breath may not even carry you till tomorrow. How can you say, I am responsible? You are under the control of destiny as driven by the universe, the primordial nature. And as a spiritual being, you are not able to stop that person. So what is it that you should have for this person? You can only have compassion for this person. You can only feel the compassion and you can say, I really don't know what I can do for you. I know what your future is going to be. Can you see the future of this person? Yes. And now you will understand. When any person comes to ask me for something, as a guru, if I know this person is perfectly spiritual, I will not give them that. I will take away from them those things which are going to trap this person in the world. But if that person is an egoistic person, and the person says, I want money, I want this, I want a house, I want cars, you know what I do? Tathastu. Let destiny take over. You can have cars. You can have a range of cars. You can have BMWs, Rolls Royce also. You want to have a house? Go ahead. Not one house. Have 10 houses. You want money? Take money as much as you want. Why? Because they are going to get trapped in the material world of rebirths after rebirths after rebirths. Can a person come out of that rebirth? No way. So a very great spiritual master does not give. He will only do this much. He will ensure that you don't fall into the trap. And he will take away things from you so that you don't get into that, cycle of birth and death. See, in fact, all actions are performed by modes of nature, that is primordial nature. The fool whose mind is deluded by egoism thinks I am the doer. So this person thinks that I will earn money, I will have cars, I will have houses, I will have children, I will have this. Even if the person doesn't have a child, and if this person is an egoistic person and is going to all the places, to all these, IVF centers and all that, I will personally grant them a child. Why? It is going to trap them forever. But they don't understand this. They think IVF center gave them that. Somebody else thinks, oh, my husband got the job because some friend of his recommended it. They do like this. But remember one thing, if you are going through a miserable period, you are safe. Because if God is not giving you those things, you are the safest. You are being protected. But this is a very difficult knowledge for anybody to understand. Only when you are spiritual in nature, and when you know and understand the self, or you understand some idea about the spirituality, you will know that difficulties, problems and all these things are so that you can finish your life this time itself. And this is the reason why things are done like this. So we have come to the end of verse 27. We will stop over here.